Hello, little buddies. What's going on today? How are we doing? Hope everyone's doing fantastic. Welcome back to the hilltop. Welcome back to the jungle. Alright. Gotta be transparent here. I've been working on something. Haven't been happy with it at all. So, I spent a couple days. You know, I've been talking about this damn house that I'm going to build, the big house or whatever. And I spent a couple days just trying to get this thing going. And I have not been happy with anything that I'm coming up with. So I'm going to rip it all down. I don't think it fits up here. So the more I've been trying to force this dumb big house to happen, like I said, the less I like the idea of having a big house up here. I'm kind of digging our little, kind of laid out little village kind of area. And I think I'm going to make more small things, you know? More dedicated kind of small buildings instead of one just big building. Like I said, I'm not feeling it. And I can't come up with something that's going to make me like it. So I want this to be like an open area, and I think this is just going to be like a behemoth up here. Plus we're going to have our treehouse, windmill and stuff, and you know, like I said, I've spent like 2-3 in-game days kind of redesigning the layout and messing with stuff and putting up dumb pillars and trying to figure out how I want this thing to go, and I'm just not feeling it at all. Not one bit. So I'm gonna tear all this down. So, like I said, I want to be transparent with you guys. I'm not feeling this big house thing. So I'm gonna tear it down, and we're gonna start on some little smaller builds. First thing I need is some kind of storage building. It's gonna have a lot of chests, and that's where we're gonna just put all our stuff in. Kind of, not that we've outgrown this one. And that's another thing too I've been thinking about. Is like, if I build a house, then what am I gonna do with all these? You know, I'm not gonna tear this down. I love this little house, but I do need more room. So that's the plan. So that's where we're at. That's May 1st. That's where we're at. So yeah, I'm gonna get busy. I'm gonna get to work. I'm gonna get rid of all this crap. Yeah. So it's driving me nuts, man. But yeah, we're just gonna make some more little buildings up here. Yeah, we're just gonna have little dedicated buildings for stuff. We're gonna make a kitchen. We are going to go down into the mountain as far as our root cellar and everything. And I do have some plans to make like a library, museum kind of thing down there, and some other things. But up here, you know, I have some uses for this building. You know, once we get the storage out of it, maybe we can, you know, put our barrels inside and make that kind of a, you know, our leather making building and stuff. But yeah, I just think it's gonna fit the vibe up here a little better, you know, because we've got our little forge building, we've got that building, we're gonna have our tree house, and I think just having a big behemoth, massive thing up here, you know, mega buildings and projects are cool, but like I said, I'm just not feeling it. So I'm gonna get to work. We're gonna start fresh with a clean slate. Okay. The hilltop has returned. And I think this is going to be the simple layout of our storage building. Trust me, guys. I think this is going to work so much better. So, just like a 5 by, I don't know, 5 by 9 or, I don't know, something like that. I do want to play around with some different materials and stuff too. But, you know, each building is going to kind of be unique in its own way. But I don't want to get away too much from the jungle kind of aesthetic we got going on here, because I really love it. Honestly, these two buildings plus the garden and stuff we got going on. All right, I'm going to quit rambling, and we're going to start building. Well, here we are. So a little more modest storehouse, and I don't think it's going to clog up the hilltop too much. I did center it on the little pool that we made here, and this is going to be a big 2x4 gate. These are going to be 1x3 doors on the side, and I think the back is going to be solid. This is kind of how I lay out stuff and kind of try to visualize it. But yeah, all right, enough faffing about. Let's get to building this. At least the concept of it. We've got that nailed down. All right, no more screwing around. Let's go. So I got a log frame kind of laid out. So one side is going to be taller than the other, and we're just going to have a regular slant roof. I might make my own roof. I don't know. We'll see how that comes together. That'll be the last thing I do probably. But here we are. I do want to put some windows up here on the upper level and kind of have the beams and stuff exposed. I am going to do some chiseling and stuff. But in my head, I think this is going to work out. I think I've settled in on what I want to do for the main part of the building, and I want to do some wattle and daub. And I think the green daub would kind of fit in, because I want this building to be a little bit different than like the all wood ones we've been doing. So we still got our wood elements. We're going to add some stone as far as the flooring and stuff, but I think we need to do something a little different for the sides and everything, for the walls. So we're going to be making up some green daub, and we're going to wattle and daub this baby. I think that'll look cool, and of course you guys know I'm going to be playing around with beams and stuff, and we're just going to have a grand old time. But we're going to need a prototype sand to make it. And that's where Quarry mod is going to come in. So you can actually make sand out of stone with Quarry mod. So one thing we got to make here is the rubble storage. So the rubble storage is this little box, and you can put stones and stuff in there. It can be used to store stone, gravel, and sand. You can also yeah, these descriptions aren't, they don't really make sense, but I've seen it in action. It says you can also crashing content with a rubble hammer. See a rubble storage guide for details. So you can, yeah, we're going to figure it out. But, yeah, like I said, I've never done this before, but I've kind of seen it in action. So we need to make ourselves a little rubble storage box. It is getting nighttime, but everything's been chill, so we're gonna keep rolling. We're gonna do some nighttime building, and the skies have just been beautiful lately. Look at that sunset. Look at that, amazing. Sunset, sunrises. I love this game, so beautiful. All right, back to what I was talking about. So we need the rubble storage. So to make this guy here, I just need some planks. I got a copper plate. we got some planks. And we just do one of them's. Put the plate in there. Now we got a rubble storage. It's a big old goofy box. And we'll just set it down temporarily right there. One thing I am going to do, because I usually have block interaction turned off. There we go. That'll tell us what we need to do. Alright. So we're going to put some peridotite stones in there, because we need peridotite sand. Yeah, we'll just throw a couple in there for till we figure out how it works. Okay, perfect. Put that in there. Alright, so now we got these little things. So, take stone, take gravel, take sand. Okay, so it said we needed the rubble hammer, which is this guy here. Now maybe we can do it. Give me sand. Okay, we are crashing. Okay, so if you look at the top of the screen, where it says rubble storage, so we're turning stone into gravel, and then slowly turning gravel into sand. So if we just sit here and do that a bunch of times, I don't know how much sand we're going to need. We're going to end up needing a lot of daub. Okay, so that is, look like 2 stacks of stones, ultimately turned it into 1 sack of sand. 1 stack of sand. Feels like a bag of sand. Alright. So, bam. I got my peridotite sand stack. Okay, awesome. Cool. We're on our way. We're well on our way. Okay, so we need to make a bunch of wattle fences and fill this in so we can get to waddling and daubing. Alright, I need stickies. So I've only used wattle and daub once, and that was on the SMP server to make my little barn area there. Okay, so we just need a knife and sticks. We got sticks. We got a knife. Alright, cool. So if you've never done wattle and daub before, you make these little wattle fences and just fill in the areas that you want to apply your daub to. Maybe we'll do some windows here too, because I mean that's an awesome view. And I think we're gonna have plenty of room for chests. So basically, I'm gonna chest this whole thing, and I don't know. Maybe we'll leave this open. Maybe we'll just put a couple chests on the ground. Who knows? It's a mystery at this point. So now I know where the walls are going to be. I can take out my little markers to remind myself where the doors are going to be. Okay, cool. Let's make some daub. Alright, so for daub, we need sand, we need soil, we need grass, and we need clay. So there's grass. Ooh. I'm going to need to go get some more clay. Well, we'll make just whatever we can right now. Alright. Stack of soil. Stack of sand. Stack of clay. Stack of grass. And, ooh, that makes this a Pretty good amount there. Alright, so once you have your daub, bam, just go ahead and put it on. So one application makes this kind of patchy. Second application fills it in a little more. Third application makes it solid. So it's kind of cool. You can kind of vary it a little bit. And it gives you a little bit of texture and stuff. Yeah, it's kind of neat. There we go. Yeah, this is working out great. I like it already. Okay, so daub does not go very far. I had 2 stacks and I was able to basically just do 2 smaller sides. Alright, well that's fine. We can make more. We have the things. We do need to go get some more clay. And, okay, well while we're at this point right here, I do have another book for you guys. I did a little bit of panning and got this book. And it is Reflection, part 2 of 5. And there it is. Reflection, part 2 of 5. We'll just go ahead and put that in our little bookshelf there. Alright, great. Well, there are some things that we're going to need. So we're going to need a bunch of nails and strips. I do have 12 of them. We're going to need more than that, because I want to say the big gate I'm going to use. The 2x4 uses 10 in itself, so yeah. Alright, so I'm going to make some preparations, and I think in the morning we'll get back to making our little storage building. So I just cranked out 16 more nails and strips out of copper. And we'll see how many chests and doors and stuff that covers. Plus we have another 12 in there, so hopefully we'll have enough to get that going. But morning time's almost here. We'll go get some more clay, and we'll finish off our wattle and daub. Yeah, so that brings us up to 28 nails and strips. And I am getting kind of low on copper too. I can make some more ingots, but we're gonna need to go get some pretty soon. Alright, the sky's starting to lighten up a little bit, so I think it's a perfect time to go get us some clay. What's up, chickies? Whoa. You guys are all just waiting down here for me, huh? Get off my stairs. Bro, where are you going? Alright, not cool. Anyways. I wanted to stare at my breadfruits. Oh, of course, we got a portal right frickin' there. Oh, you too? I'm not afraid of you. Alright, anyways. Jeez. Ow! Right in my butt. Alright, what's going on? How come you guys can shoot so damn fast now? Hate you little creepy fuckers. Anyways, back to what I was doing. about to start a Homo sapiens playthrough so I can just chill. No, I'm not worried about chilling. I do enough chilling. Okay, we got 2 more stacks of daub. Let's see how far that takes us. Okay, need a little more. But we are at a pretty tight sand, so let me make that up real quick. Okay, not bad. I think I like that. Yeah, it feels cozy. That's cool. Yeah, wattle and dog is that's a neat texture. I really like it, and I like how you can kind of vary it a little bit. All right, cool, perfect. So I do want a lot of windows up there, but I don't know how much. We'll come back to that later. Okay, so we're 3 high in here. So I do have an idea. I'm gonna need a bunch more of these. Alright guys, I have an idea. Bear with me here, because this is gonna look a little goofy to start out with. Okay. Like I said, bear with me here, because now the magic happens. Huh? Huh?
We do here is go back.
Okay, so we got some little stubbies sticking out. That's kind of cool. I like it. So just gonna add a little bit of depth. Like I said, we're gonna add some beams and stuff. So things are getting a little goofy up here. I'm gonna run another layer of daub. Okay, so I think I'm at the point where I gotta figure out the roof. I can't figure out the sides until I figure out what I'm gonna do with the roof. And I think I'm gonna get away from bamboo roof. I love bamboo roof, it's awesome, but we need to mix it up a little bit. And I think we're gonna go with a red clay tile roof, but I'm gonna make my own. So as far as with the slants, it's not gonna hit where I want it to. So I'm going to make blocks and slabs, and we'll work on that next night. We'll get those fired up. But for right now, I guess we can put in some doors. We can work on the floor, and maybe do some windows. So it's coming together. It's coming together. I'm digging it. I actually haven't done a step back. I think it fits in. It does. So as far as making like leaded glass windows, I've only got 1 lead ingot. I don't have any more lead. I turned all my lead into good old Molly Bachacos. But we're getting some glass blocks going anyway. Because I just have some half slabs. Maybe we'll use those half slabs and make our own windows up top. But maybe we'll have the leaded ones, because I can make 4, so that'll actually be perfect there. And then yeah, maybe with those slabs, the glass slabs, we'll make our own big window up at the top there. Okay, so let's make our doors, and we're gonna make those out of acacia. In case you don't know, I love me some acacia. That was terrible. Alright, anyways. Let's make ourselves some plonks. Just do all the plonks. Alright, now we need to make some couple of 3x doors. Just put those there for now. Okay, cool. We'll get 2 of those. I gotta figure out what I'm doing for floor. Do I? No, I don't. Not right now. Okay, so we'll just add these in on our sides. Oop. Look at that. Beautiful doors. Nice and creaky, just like we like them. Alright, well, I guess we gotta make the big boy, too. We'll make that out of acacia as well. And that would be a 2x4 gate that we need. Holy crap. Alright, so 10 nails and strips. Money. Money in the bank. Shorty. What you drank? Hell yeah. Oh, you got a door on your house? That's cool. I got a gate. Bam. Alright. Well, that looks freaking awesome. Now, it would be cool if the color of the metal on here was determined by the color of the nails and strips that you use, or the type of metal. You know, so you could have, like, that looks like iron, but you could make, like, meteoric iron, or, you know, something crazy. You make gold if you wanted. That'd be cool. Okay, so here we are. Building's coming together. I'm digging the vision. And like I said, we are going to have some fun with it, but we need to get the roofing stuff going. And a bunch of other things. And in the storage building, I am going to be organized. Everything's going to have its own little chest. Maybe I'll even put little labels on them. I don't know. We're getting a little crazy here now. So it's nighttime. Starts setting in. We're going to be making our red tile stuff for the roof. But we're just going to throw a little bit of flooring in here. Went ahead and made some peridotite ashlar blocks. Yeah, of course not enough. I knew that wasn't going to be enough. That is. Okay, perfect. So we're just going to have a nice little outline. Then we're going to come in with our polished chalk. Yeah, buddy. And we need more. Okay, got some more polished chalk. I don't know why I'm feeling the need to do some sort of design or something in here, but I am. Because I think we have, yes. Polished peridotite stone. Yeah, it's a design. It is. Feels like a storeroom to me. So we'll get this all lit up. I only have one candle, so I made one extra little lantern to put there. And yeah, it's nighttime. So I'm going to spend the night making, getting red clay shingles going. Because we'll need quite a few of those, and we'll have those, and it's just going to be a straight slant down. But like I said, I'll make my own roof. It's going to look awesome, and we'll get to finishing this thing up. Sun's coming up again, and we've got 5 pit kilns going. Those all have the red clay shingles in there, and I made some acacia leaded windows. Look at that. He's so pretty. And okay, so I called an audible on the floor. Too much green in here, so we needed to lighten it up a little bit. So I put some more polished rock. I took out the peridotite, shale or ashlar, whatever's bricks. But I think we're looking good. We are looking good. I think it's time to put some chests in here while we wait on our shingles, so we can figure out the roof. And that means we can figure out windows and everything else. So, yeah. Let's make some chests. Alright. So we started out with 5 large chests, because we can put 5 across there. So we'll have another stack of 5 and another stack of 5. And of course, I'll move all these chests over here. You know, these ones here, once I get everything figured out, are going to go live over here. Yeah, and then for like the bulk storage items, we can we stack up some crates or something, kind of over here, have them hanging out. Yeah, I think it'll look cool. But that's a good start there. I do have 6 nails and strips left, but that would only make me 3 more. Screw it. Let's do it. We can always make more nails and strips. Never have too many chests. That's what I say. There we go. Floating chests connected to the walls. That's right. It doesn't make sense, but it makes sense in my world. Alright. And once these are done, we can figure out the roof. And look at that sunrise. Just amazing. I love it. Look at that mango colored sky. Mangoes. So I know some of you have probably been wondering, I've got all this dang purple heartwood. When are you going to make something with it? I don't know. I will. I'm just not a huge fan of how it looks. But I think I'm going to make a purple heart sailboat. That'll be something. I think that'll be pretty cool. We can call it the, I don't know, the Purple Nurple. The SS Purple Nurple. But, anyways, in the meantime, we're going to make some Purple Heart chests, because I think those look pretty cool. But I do have some plans. I want to make, use a bunch of Purple Heart and a few other projects. Yeah, let's just go for, sure, 8 of them. Sounds good to me. Alright, let's put that down. And I think in these corners would be a good place to Stack some chests. And I do like how they have all kinds of different rotations and stuff on them. I think that's cool. So you can kind of put one down there, and then, I don't know, put one there, and I'll put one goofy there. And maybe we'll, there we go. Put the last ones here. Here and there. Cool. Looks good. Little chest stack. Alright. And that's where we can put our bulk storage items. You know, our soils or bones or flax fibers, you know. All that good stuff. Alright, she's coming together. Can't wait to put a roof on this baby. Alright, now as I'm thinking of stuff that needs to be added, we gotta pay our respects. Christen our buildings. The skulls of the big moves. Those who came before us. All hail the big moves. Alright. Okay, well, now that that's up there, building's finished. Alright, cool. True jungle style. We don't need a roof. Roofs are for sissies. We're not sissies. Alright. So while I'm waiting for my roof shingles to be done, I started chiseling, and I'm gonna make little window frames for these windows because I can. All right, so I just took out all the you know, little spot around it. Okay, don't judge me. This is what I came up for my windowsill. I'm still waiting for that, so I decided I'd nerd out and do a little bit of chiseling. Okay. Couple of needless voxels here and there we'll take off. Okay, yes, minor details. They make everything go round, right? Alright. So that's that. We got a little windowsill poking out on that side. No windowsill poking out on this side, but I might as well match up everything, right? So chiseling is kind of like having a little mini crack addiction, I guess. Because I stayed up all night, I didn't sleep, and I just tweaked out on chiseling the shit out. Oh boy, that's horrible. That's terrible. But that's what we got. We got little cute little windows here on our little storage thing, our little southwesty, deserty, jungly thing. Yeah, it looks like the Alamo or something. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But anyways, sun's coming up. Perfect time. All this stuff is done. So let's do roof things. Let's figure out this roof. Yeah. I'm about to pull all my hair out trying to figure this out. Let's go. New mod alert. I'm sure that was annoying as hell, but I'm sorry. Yeah, so I'm just gonna say this is day number 3 IRL of recording this video. This is taking forever. So I'm not going to be able to get the roof to do what I want. So, the new mod we have is OneRoof. Let's go. I watched like a 10-minute video on it, and we're going to see if we can make it happen. Yeah. So it's gonna be a low slope roof. We're gonna make it with red fire clay shingles. OneRoof red clay. So we'll do that. We'll put it in here, and it's. So I don't know anything about this mod. I just watched a quick video, like I said, but it does some really cool stuff, and we're gonna see if we can make it work. Okay, so this variant here, the dynamic, is the coolest shit I've ever seen in my life. So like I said, okay, we're just gonna go for it. I don't really know how this is gonna work, but you guys are gonna learn with me, and all the OneRoof veterans are probably gonna go insane. Be like, bro, you're doing that so wrong, man. That's okay. I'll be a OneRoof veteran here myself shortly. Okay, so we do got to get our overhangs. I want to overhang in the back, and let's just okay, so you put it down, it looks like regular, right? Bam. You do that, it just changed. Look at that. Look at that. So now it's like a half slope. But wait, there's more. Okay, it just went a little goofy. But yeah, there's so many things you can do with this freaking mod. You can make like super tall sloped roofs. You can have low slope roofs. I just got to figure out how to make them do what I want them to do. Nah, bro. Okay, so we got our overhang. So I think... Alright, hold on a sec. Hold on just a second here. Okay, so I didn't really expect this to turn into a one mod or a OneRoof mod tutorial. But anyways, as I was saying, this dynamic version, it takes whatever the block you place it on, and it fills in that gap. I mean, dude, that's just so cool. So I think I need to build this up a little bit. So we're just gonna double do ya, and so I should be able to put it like that, and it goofs up a little bit. Okay, why are you goofing? Okay, so there's now a short slope there. And see how that filled in the bottom with the daub. Oh, this is gonna be grand. All right, so if we do another daub, and another daub, and another daub. Okay. Okay, I think I'm figuring this out. So if we go 1, 2, 3, that should match. Oh, boy, bro, it matches. Okay, cool. This is like a dream come true for me. So if we do that, we're going to want a third one coming out. So we're going to need some kind of block there. So I'm going to throw this there as a temporary. Temporary. So we go boom, boom. Alright, that all matches up. And then we get rid of that. How freaking cool is that? Okay. I can dig it. Other than the texture on this block being, you know, turned a different way than that one, I may be able to fix that. So there's a tool, there's like a hammer tool with this, but I gotta play around with that and see if I can kind of figure that out. There is something else. So if you don't want this one to come out as much, let me see if I can get this to work. So we'll get rid of that one. We'll grab this one, and then if you sprint click, boom, it puts a little shorty on there. Yeah, we're going shorty there. We'll go shorty on the back. We'll go full block on the top. Okay, this is just freaking awesome. Holy shit, guys. This is the greatest mod ever. Why did I wait so long to try OneRoof? Absolutely amazing. So, of course, I'm a couple shingles short on one side to finish off my little half eve there. But, whoa. This is sweet. So there's a tool, like a hammer, you're supposed to be able to add like wood trim on this. I'm gonna try that out. Dude, this is the greatest mod ever. The whole filling in the bottom. Yeah, this is all I've ever dreamed of in this game as far as roofs. And I know several people have said get one mod. It'll do what you want Vintage Story to do. And I don't know why I'm so like mod averse, or like, it's not that I'm afraid of them, but I'm afraid of learning them, I guess. I don't know. But this mod is amazing. Jesus. Okay. You guys want to see the definition of insanity? Same thing over and over again. Okay. See, I was smarter that time. Okay. So we're gonna add on our last row of daub here. Okay, I need more materials, but bam. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, so I'm probably gonna have to go through and replace those blocks to get them to fill, because you can see how it filled that. But yeah, this freaking amazing. 10 out of 10 mod. It's incredible. Once I figure out how to do the wood trim and get the rest of this stuff squared away, then maybe we can finish this build. But it's coming out really, really great. I think it's an awesome addition up here. And okay, enough talking, more working. So it seems like the best way to remedy the whole wattle and daub thing, I think it's just a wattle and daub issue, is to break the block out and replace it. Because you're kind of making it, you know, you're putting the fence down, and I guess that's the reason. So like I said, I gotta make more daub. Of course, but see, since that is there like that, we'll just break our ankles real quick. Bam. So you put it back down and then it automatically fills. Cool. Oh, this is working out fantastic. But I'm gonna keep working. I'm gonna get the rest of this filled in, And I'm going to figure out the wood trim thing. And then I think this little storage building is going to be the best damn storage building I've ever seen in my life. My whole entire life. Yeah. This mod just keeps getting better and better. I swear. So I figured out how to put on the wood trim. Look how sweet that looks. It's even got little supports. Yeah. So there is this little OneRoof hammer that you make. Put that in your offhand. Put your boards for the wood trim you want to add. Oh, what a satisfying little hammering noise. So the only thing, it does not work on these little goofy pieces, the half pieces at the end. So we're going to go full piece. It just, for whatever reason, it just goes on the side of it, which is cool. Also, by using that little goofy piece, it put a, I don't know if you can tell, well, you can with the, where it attaches the board. So this is a different slope with that little piece. So if I add on, let me see here. So if I add this on, what in the hell did you just do? Not like this. Okay, so I think we got to put our little block back here. There we go. That fixed it. Okay, so let me fix this roof real quick. So just get rid of all these. There ain't no such thing as half roof blocks. Alright, put that last one back. Okay. So now we just got to go along. Let's see, we can even get rid of this now, because we're just going to use the side and just bloom, bloom, bloom. Alright, you just got to be very careful where you place these. So that now that's gonna make the slope completely the right direction. I have more cooking up so I can finish that out. And then if we go bam like that, why doesn't, so in the front it caps it off completely. It's okay. You know what? I'm not even gonna worry about it. I'll put my own beam on there if I have to. Dude, how frickin' special is that? It looks so damn good. So good. Like, better than I could ever dream of. This is the greatest mod ever made in the history of mods. Satisfying little hammer noise and everything. Dude, I'm so happy right now. You guys have no idea. No freaking clue how stoked I am. Also kicking myself in the ass. Why did it take me this long? I have no idea. I have no explanation for that. But dude, just look how beautiful it is. Oh, all of my roofs could have been awesome. Look, you can jump and hammer. I'm doing the Jumpenheimer. Jumpenheimer hammer. Okay. It is late. I'm not going to be able to edit this video tonight, but I will have it out as soon as I can for you guys. I promise. Now, what happens? Okay, so that's not doing anything on the outside. Is it doing something on the inside? Yes, it... Dude. So I was going to add beams on the inside to finish this out, and I don't even have to. Dude, this has made my week. Anyways, but I added secondary beams inside overnight. See, so we got them poking out the sides just like the front. Yeah. And then I just went ahead and ran the length, and then I put some acacia slabs in there just to kind of match up and make a place where we can hang some lanterns. Right? Dude, this place looks so good. I'm so happy. Big old shit-eating grin on my face. I tell you what. I love it. I love it. Alright. Let me get everything I need to finish this up. Of course, I've used all my ebony. I gotta wait for that. We gotta put the windows in the front. And then I'm gonna have some fun with beams. And then this build will be complete. So I was putting the glass blocks up here. And I thought I was going to chisel them. Well, if you chisel them, it takes that little frame out from around them. And they pretty much almost disappear. That's kind of odd. I don't really want them to disappear. But I do want to try to put a little frame around them. I'll make my own little freaking windows. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, the one thing that sucks is I can't see I can't see where they stop. Or the block. Okay. I guess I can do it by that. Okay, but I was thinking if I do that, that's not how you do that. Okay, so if we do it this way, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm having so much freaking fun right now. I'm just nerding out. Okay. Well, who needs leaded, lead and stuff? I'll just make my own dang frame. Heck yeah, brother. So these are just simple little things that I'm doing, and they're just making all the difference in the world. I love it. All right, yeah. So we're 5 days into this frickin' project. Look how cool that looks. Oh my god. Oh, and we're ready. We got our tiles. We can finish the roof. It's a wonderful day. Okay. Well, I don't have a lantern on me. You guys are just gonna have to deal with it. I'm sorry. I apologize. Alright, last roof piece is on. Let's get our magical OneRoof hammer and get our boards. Incredible. Incredible. Alright, I think there's a couple in here I need to fix. Yep. Ha 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 ha. Dude. I'm just blown away. I can't believe how does somebody make this? How does somebody invent the best mod ever made? Whoever you are, thank you very much. I love it. Absolutely freaking love it. The storehouse. I'm not going to say it's complete, but it's pretty much complete. Or a few other things. So I had a couple of beams here, a couple of beamers. I want to add some more beamers on the back and probably up top, just to complete the look. And probably a couple up here too. But yeah, I'll work on that overnight, and when we get some more daylight, we will check it out in the morning. That's beautiful. And here she is. Gorgeous. Freaking gorgeous. I love it. I absolutely love it. Everything about it. From the roof to the green wattle and daub, the ebony, the acacia, the big moose, my little chiseled out window up at the top. Absolutely freaking love it. Alright, so that is the storehouse. So go around back, kind of finish that out with some beams. I'm just beyond happy. Really glad I kind of chucked the mega house out the door. So there are a couple other buildings I want to add. I want to add like a kitchen. Of course, we're going to go into the mountain. We're going to go down for the root cellar and a couple other things. But I do want to kind of landscape, put some pathing, some flowers, just kind of pretty stuff. Throw some vines up there. But I think this has been enough for one episode. But let's go inside. I just can't stop looking at it. I just keep walking around it. And so I did a little bit of chiseling up there at the top around the window to kind of tie everything together. We got beams in here. We got an open ceiling with beautiful ebony freaking 2x4s in there, all supported. Oh, this just fantastic. We got purple heart crates. We will fill up this wall with more chests. We'll move everything over there. I'll get organized. Yeah, like I said, still a few other things I want to add. I definitely want to dress it up a little bit, but that's where we're at. I think it's different enough from the first two buildings, but it still has that, like I said, little more desert feel to it. But I think it fits up here. I definitely think it fits. So our little spot up here is coming together. So it's just amazing. Yeah, it's just different enough, but I love it. Absolutely freaking love it. So yeah, I'm gonna be playing around with some other maybe different build styles and stuff. But that whole roof mod, it just unlocks something in me, and I just wanna go nuts now. Oh man, here we go. I do want to, the first two builds were kind of basic, so I do want to go through them and maybe spruce them up a little bit. Maybe do some chiseling to them, kind of bring them up to this kind of standard here. But enough rambling. It's been a hell of a video. It's only taken me by the time I edit it, it'll be like 4 days working on this. But it's great. I'm, like I said, so freaking happy. Thank you guys for joining me on this crazy little journey in the jungle, playing Vintage Story. I appreciate all of you. You're the best. I hope you guys have a fantastic whatever part of your day, night, whatever it is. And I will see you in the next video. Alright, later on.